Good morning, dolls, and welcome to Little Gretchen's Workshop. Today is more or less going to be a compilation of a lot of things that I've been working on. I have some pieces from that haul that I did from eBay. So I have a lot of broken pieces that need to be repaired, upgraded. So let's go through that. So this was a little sconce that was electrified. I removed the wire from it. And there was another little light in there that had several pieces shaped like a sconce on it, but it was a really weird shaped lamp. So I removed those pieces from the weird shaped lamp and turned them all into sconces. Okay, here you see me removing it from the original unit, and I'm using bead caps to be the base for the new sconces. So I just have to more or less fit them in and shape them so that they'll look natural in the new setting. Okay, the brass is a little bit bright, so I may tone that down a little bit, but I'm using my trusty Gorilla Glue gel for those metal pieces, and I'm just going to allow it to hang there and dry, and I can shape it further in a moment. So while I'm waiting for those things to set, I'm going to go ahead and start working on something else I had. Now this wasn't in the haul, but it was actually some broken earrings that I always thought were really pretty. And I figured that I could take them and actually turn them into some little lamps. So don't throw away anything. A lot of times you can use little bits and pieces from things that you have. It had a broken earring. I actually have another one of those bead caps from a necklace, a toothpick, and the little white lid is from a toothpaste lid. And so I'm going to use all of those pieces and create a couple small lamps and probably use them on end tables or side tables next to a bed. So what I did was I took the toothpick and ran it through both of the little beads and set it through to the end cap because the end cap bead cap on the end is going to be the base. Again, using the Gorilla Wood glue, not getting it on the stones or anything. And then I'm going to allow it to set. So I'm putting that bead cap on the bottom because that's going to be my base. And then I have to set it so it can actually dry. So I have to kind of make sure it's stabilized because once that Gorilla Glue sets, it's set. So those are my toothpaste lids. Okay, so I'm going to set up the other lamp so it can be drying while I'm working on the shade for the other. And you just have to be very careful, just like I said, not to get it on your hands and to make sure you set your design. Can I just say I'm having way too much fun right now, making something really pretty out of something that somebody probably would have just thrown away. I guess that's why I call this video Trash to Treasure. So let's let that dry, give it a moment, and go on and work on these shades. Okay, so now I'm drilling a small hole in the top of the toothpaste lid because that's going to be more or less the portion that I'm going to put the finial, create a look of a finial on top. And I'm just going to put the toothpick through the toothpaste lid and actually just add a small bead. But I think those lamps are really pretty, really simple, almost absolutely free because they just came out of some jewelry, broken jewelry pieces that I had. Yeah, I have lots of jewelry pieces. Yeah, it's bad. It's really pretty bad. So I figure I might as well make use of them. Okay, so you see there, I put the toothpick through and just putting a small bead on the top with a little glue. And there you go. Got a lamp. Just like that. 2 lamps from some trash. Now moving on to our next little project, there was that little random plant that was in the lot from eBay. It was way too green. So I kind of just sploshed some paint, actually just some regular acrylic paint on it, just kind of knocking down that bright neon looking color that was just making it look way, way too cheesy. Then I added gesso to the base of the pot and then just painted it kind of a terracotta color to just make it look a little bit more natural. Now, when it came to the dirt, I actually squeezed glue on it. I'm sorry, I missed the footage on that. But I squeezed glue and then sprinkled just some tea bag tea onto the glue, and it actually looks like soil. I think that makes it look way more realistic than just here. Let me brighten the light up. Is that a little better? Can you see that a little bit better? That's tea. And it looks just like soil or dirt. So I just thought that would just give it a better look. Now moving on to the little cabinet. Now it really didn't need much. I liked it just the way it was, but that brown just looked a little bit fake. So I used a darker shade of brown in acrylic paint. Nothing extreme. Just added a new layer of brown. It's a little bit darker than the color of that plastic. And then after getting a nice layer of that brown, they call that shade real brown. And after I did that and got around those edges, I just did a little dry brushing to kind of bring up the high points of the wood grain in the cabinet. It's still drying, but I thought it turned out cute. It's really going to look great in that bathroom in the rooming house dollhouse. I love making something out of a little of nothing. And now on to the bathroom sink. Now you remember the sink was all in little pieces. It didn't have the faucets on it. It just looked really kind of pathetic. But, I put the faucets on and it's starting to look a little bit better. See there? Got the handles on there. Just a little glue. And then there are the pipes. That was in the box at the bottom. I didn't really know what it was, but it was actually the pipes. So now it's ready to be installed in the rooming house dollhouse. So you see, sometimes things that look like nothing at all can turn out to be something really great. Save everything. So now we're moving on to the little project of the little centerpieces. Now, literally, these were nothing at all. They were little pieces dropped into the bottom of the box. They looked like trash, but I realized they were just little flowers. So what I did was I put them in little jars that I had and made centerpieces out of them. Isn't that cute? And I filled the jars with UV resin, and that's what I'm going to do with these here. Now, again, these little jars I got out of another lot, and that's the UV resin. And I'm just going to put a little bit of it in the jar, not even half, just enough to make it look like water. Okay, I didn't need to color it or anything because it's just looking like jars of water with just some wildflowers in it. Now, please don't ask me where I got those flowers. They were random. I told you I keep everything. Little bits off her corsages and any kind of little random stuff because I have a miniaturist eye, so I'm always looking for little bits. And so I just kind of arranged them in there to just look like an arrangement of wildflowers, which I think will look really pretty on one of the tables inside the rooming house dollhouse. It could be in the dining room, on an end table, next to a bed. It has so many different uses. And so I just kind of arranged them in there in a way that I thought would look attractive. So I'm trying to encourage you to just be creative, with whatever you have. You don't have to buy things all the time. Sometimes some of the little scraps that you have around you will work to make a lovely addition to any collection. So now that I've got all my little pieces kind of arranged the way that I want them, I thought that came out really cute. Really cute. Okay, and the resin is still wet at this point. So in order for it to cure, I'm going to have to put it into the little UV light. And that's just the kind that you use for nails. And I had it laying around and I just popped it in there. Okay, so I'm going to give that a couple minutes. Oh, forgot, I've got the sconces. They're dry. So let me show you how those turned out. Aren't they cute? See, that one is the one I cut the cord off of, but these are the ones that I twisted into a sconce and put the bead cap on the end of it. So yeah, I can just mount that right to the wall in one of the hallways. It makes this a really pretty sconce, and those are, again, those bead caps off of some broken jewelry. So here we are back to our plants. It's all cured, and now I have a nice jar of wildflowers for a table or an end table or a nightstand. And see, these are just little easy projects you can do, and you probably have these type of things laying around your house. Little jars like that can be found at a dollar store or something like that. So just imagine, just allow yourself to just be creative with some of the things you have. You don't always have to buy things to make something cute. Okay, now here we are with our cabinet. I am so sorry. I had problems with the footage for this video, so I did not have the part where I actually fixed the inside of the door. Now, there's footage on the other video regarding the eBay lot where you'll see what it looked like when it was broken. But I installed a piece of plexiglass, put that frame around it with coffee stirrers, and just stained it in a tone that was similar to the cabinet originally. So these are all of our updates, upgrades, and repurposes. So if you've enjoyed this video today, let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and my subscription to my channel is free, so I sure would like you to be one of my dolls for Little Gretchen's Workshop. Thanks for watching. Okay, so now I'm ready to go ahead and put it under the UV light. Now this is just kind of the kind you use for doing the UV light for the nails and nail polish, but it works. Okay, I had another